Okay, so this morning I'm going to show you guys how to make green smoothie. The reason being is when I heard about green smoothies initially, I thought, oh, it's this hippie thing that hippies do and it's, it can't be that good for you. But I have started making smoothies for the family, and my daughter Nikita, she's 2.5, she drinks it. My wife, I make it for my wife Bex, and for our au pair, and for myself. And what I've found is I've had more energy, and that's how I start my day. I eat smoothies for breakfast every single day. So today I'm going to show you what I do to make smoothies. Okay, so what I'm going to do is show you the ingredients that I use for when I make a green smoothie for my family. So the very first thing is the banana. So the banana is really the base of the smoothie, and the rule of thumb I typically stick by is 1 banana per person. So if you're only making it for yourself, you just have 1 banana. If you're making it for 3 people, 3. So I make it for 3 typically, so I use 3 bananas. And 3 bananas plus all the ingredients typically fills it right up to the top. So we've got the banana. I use an avocado. The reason for the avocado is it helps give it some substance and creaminess. And it's, avocados taste great and are really good for you. And I also use fruit with lots of vitamin C. So lemons, limes, and kiwi fruit. Now the reason behind that is the vitamin C helps your body absorb the iron. So that's what we want to do. We want to get as much iron out of these leafy greens as we can. Now I also use plain natural unsweetened yogurt. So I just normally tip a little bit in. It's not a major component of the smoothie. I just do it. And the other thing I use is some form of liquid. Now typically I use apple juice, but we're actually out of apple juice today, and we've got what's called kombucha. And kombucha is just this drink that people make with, it's kind of like vinegar, but you make it with tea and sugar. So it's just add a little bit of sweetness to the mix. And lastly and most important ingredient is the actual greens that we're going to be trying to get the nutrients out of. So let's go down to the garden and get the greens. Okay, so the 2 main components of the green part of the smoothie that I use is kale or brassica leaves and spinach. So the main reason behind that is because those guys are filled with iron and all sorts of vitamins. Turns out kale is some sort of superfruit. And back in the day in World War II, what they used to do is they told everyone to grow kale because it's easy to grow and full of nutrients, and they were trying to ration everything. So I come out to the garden, grab some kale. Here's just a general brassica leaf, so I've got some here, grab some there. So I try to use as many varieties of kale as I can. We've got the curly kale, the Calero Nero, and we've got another type of kale somewhere. Okay, so let me show you a typically what I use on a daily basis. So I'll use Calero Nero kale. I'll use some curly kale. I'll use spinach, just standard garden spinach. And I'll even put in some silver beet. Now the idea behind all of that is these are all dark leafy green vegetables. So they've got the nutrients that we need, the calcium, the iron, the magnesium, and they're chock full of all sorts of vitamins and minerals. And something I also normally use is a little bit of mint. It's just to add some delicious flavour to the whole thing. Only a little bit, because we don't have lots in the garden, but that's my typical green mixture. Let's go up and make our smoothie. Okay, so now that I've got all my ingredients here, the one key point that will catch out people is that I take the stems out of the kale. It's really easy to do. I just rip the nice leafy green bits out and chuck them in, just like that. Now the whole reason behind this is because the stems are quite fibrous and they catch on the blades, and it stops it from mixing it up as good. So I'll just rip those out and throw them away, just like that. Okay, so now I've got everything prepared. I can chuck it all in the blender and make it happen. Now this process normally, to make a smoothie for my entire family, normally takes about, I think, 5 to 7 minutes. That's getting all the ingredients and getting it ready and chucking it in the blender. So it's something which doesn't actually take that long, and that's actually including getting the stuff from the garden. So so now I literally don't eat cereals at all for breakfast anymore, and I actually really look forward to eating my smoothie. It's so good, so delicious, and I'm sure it makes me happier. And when you put the limes in, if you leave the limes in the compost bin, it just makes the place smell delicious. So I'll put some of the natural yogurt in now, just a dash of that. Put all the greens in, and then we put them at the top. And then your liquid, you can, as mentioned, you can use apple juice, or you can even use water. Some people use green tea when they're trying to cut back on the sugar, but this is this kombucha is actually the first time I've used kombucha in a green smoothie. Okay, so now it's for the business end of the smoothie. There it goes, mixing away. So you want to get it to a nice green consistency, so all the greens have been completely mixed up, and I think that's what we got here. Excellent. Let's get some glasses out. It's time to enjoy. And here is the end result. A delicious, healthy smoothie. And honestly, they're so good. I look forward to it every single day. I so look forward to making and drinking my smoothie. So I really hope you enjoyed this little video I put together for you. Try it out. Give it a go for like 3 weeks or 2 weeks or something, and see if it makes you feel better. Because I know it makes me feel better, and I'm actually happier, I've got more energy and stoked. So hope you enjoyed that. Goodbye.